When time whispers, time does not always speak with thunder. Sometimes it only whispers. Through faded manuscripts, through fallen empires, through dying stars, voices from centuries long gone still murmur beneath the surface of our world. Soft, persistent, waiting. Not all stories are meant to be told. But tonight one finds its way to you. It begins not with fire or lightning, but with a page and a name. Nostradamus. And centuries later, Baba Vanga. Two prophets, two visions, both pointing toward a year wrapped in shadow, 2025. What did they see beyond the veil of time? Why did they hide truths inside riddles, symbols, and metaphors, as if fearing what would happen if we understood too soon? Tonight, we listen. And in listening, we remember what history once warned us to forget. The man who wrote tomorrow. Let us return to 16th century France. In the flicker of a wavering candle, a man sits surrounded by ink and silence. Michel de Nostradamus. To some, he was a healer. To others, a madman. But to many, then and now, he was something else entirely. A mirror reflecting futures not yet lived. He wrote not in clarity but in code. Quatrains wrapped in metaphor. Meanings layered under symbolism. Perhaps he wasn't trying to confuse us, but to protect us from visions we were not yet ready to face. And as centuries passed, his words began to align eerily with reality. A great fire in 66? A century later, London, 1666, reduced to ash starting from a small bakery. Two eagles beneath a blood-red sky? The rise of Nazi Germany, its emblem the eagle, the cost paid in blood. Two world wars? They came. A young president's assassination? Echoes of JFK. Nuclear fire over Japan? Hiroshima and Nagasaki. And when the modern world believed superstition was dead, a global pandemic arrived, and once again eyes turned back to pages written 500 years ago. But all of this was only a prelude to his greatest warning. 2025, a turning point in history. The Pope, the crown, and the shadow of succession one. The very old Pope. One chilling quatrain reads, "The very old pontiff shall pass away. A Roman of middle age shall rise. They will say he weakens the sacred seat, yet he shall rule long in patience and silence." For centuries this seemed vague. Until now. Pope Francis, born in 1936, elderly, increasingly frail, with whispers circulating inside the Vatican. Who is this middle-aged Roman? Some cardinals waiting in the wings fit the description. Divisive, controversial, and poised to shift the church's direction. If the papal throne wavers, it is not only a religion that trembles, but a symbol watched by entire civilizations. 2. The turmoil of the British monarchy. Another cryptic line reads, "The king of the Isles shall be cast down by an outside force. The successor shall bear no mark of kingship." When King Charles III revealed his cancer diagnosis in 2024, this prophecy surged back into public consciousness. Who is the one with no mark of kingship? One startling interpretation. Prince Harry, the royal who stepped away, losing titles, duties, and royal emblems. A man stripped of every outward sign of monarchy, yet still royal by blood. Impossible? So was abdication. So was Diana. So was a king living outside the palace. Perhaps Nostradamus wasn't warning about a single crown, but about the collapse of the idea of monarchy itself. The Eastern spark and the rise of the Third Antichrist. 1. The spark of a new world war. One quatrain reads, "The red enemy shall grow pale with fear as the ocean roars like thunder." The red enemy, often interpreted as China. The ocean roars, conflict at sea. Where? The South China Sea. The Taiwan Strait. China's naval expansion surges. Missiles. Artificial islands. Jets flying dangerously close to Taiwanese airspace. One miscalculation, one aircraft crossing the wrong line, and the region could ignite. And Nostradamus warned, "Mankind shall bow before blood and fire." 2. The Third Antichrist. The first, he claimed, was Napoleon. The second, almost universally accepted, Hitler. The third remains unnamed, but his description is terrifying. From the east, yet known in the west, conquers not by sword, but by speech, wealthy, brilliant, irresistibly charismatic, and master manipulator, wearing peace as a mask for control. A false savior. A leader who brings war hidden beneath promises of peace. Some believe he may already walk among us. Or perhaps he waits quietly until the world is fragile enough to follow him willingly. And the worst part? We may not recognize him until the world has already changed. The wrath of earth and the fall of economies. The earth does not shout. It groans. The tides climb higher. The winds twist into new shapes. The soil cracks under silent suns. Nostradamus wrote, "A great wave bringing famine and death shall sweep across the shore." And now, coastlines sink. Crops fail under relentless heat. Food prices rise not from greed, but from harvests that never came. April 2024, Myanmar shook under a violent earthquake, the exact kind of catastrophe his writing said would mark the beginning of nature's rebellion. Baba Vanga and the year 2025, where prophecies align. Blind since childhood but said to see more than most, Baba Vanga left predictions that align unsettlingly with Nostradamus. 1. Economic collapse born from debt. Not from missiles, but from debt, inflation, and shattered trust. Money will lose its crown, she said, and the East shall rise while the West forgets its name. Today, soaring national debts, inflation spirals, trade wars, power shifting eastward. Signs everywhere. 2. A shift in Earth's orbit. Not symbolic, literal. A change that triggers extreme, unfamiliar weather. Storms where storms never strike. Snow in deserts. Hail the size of apples. Reality now mirrors the warnings. 3. Amid the darkness, a spark of hope. She spoke of breakthroughs. Cures for diseases once untouchable, advances in AI, quantum technologies, discoveries that redefine humanity. Even in chaos, a new world might be forming. The true purpose of prophecy. Some say prophecy is destiny. Others say it's simply an awareness, a sensitivity to the patterns of time. Perhaps Nostradamus and Vanga weren't predicting the future, but perceiving it, reading a hidden code beneath the noise of daily life. And the most unsettling question is not, were they right? But, if they were, are we ready? When the future speaks, in the quietest hours of the world, echoes from centuries past still seep through the cracks of reality. They do not demand belief, only attention. If these prophets truly glimpsed fragments of what lies ahead, then the question is not whether the future is written, but whether we are brave enough to read it. For every prophecy is a mirror, reflecting not only what may come,